What's up gamers, it's Cheerios here, back with another Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity video. Now I hope you guys enjoy the content from my last video. If you haven't seen it already, it was the first video that featured this series and I gave a lot of tips on combat, so if you want to check that out, go to my channel. Now for today, I'm going to give you guys some more basic beginner tips. However, it's going to focus more on what you should do before a battle, what you should do during battle, and a couple other combat tricks that you can do. So why don't we get started? Now these first couple of tips are super important before you do a battle because they can help improve your winning rate and just help you overall. So if you haven't already turned on your enemy health bars for smaller enemies, I recommend you do that. You just want to go to System, go to Options, and then go to health gauges and turn them on, because when you first start out you won't be able to see the smaller enemies health gauges, but it's super helpful to see what they are and how much health they have left. Next is quests. I talked about this a little bit before in my first video, but I want to go more in depth in this video. So when you have quests, you want to complete them for a lot of things, such as add additional bonuses and new services. You can also do training quests which help improve, and you can gain new regular attacks and strong attacks. You can also purchase materials, fuse weapons, and do many more things when you complete these quests. Now, when you're fusing weapons together, there is a very small but yet important tip to know about fusing weapons. There will be kind of like a symbol or a thing right below the attack. As you can see for, I guess, the Traveler's Sword, you can see that an extra addition to this sword is that it has damage to mid-airs plus 7%. Now a lot of fused weapons have these, so you can see how you can benefit from them and how they are different just by looking at the icons and the things that they can help you do better. Now for some tips when you're in a battle or you're doing a level, is that when there are outposts everywhere on the map, you don't have to do every single one. Mainly the outposts are there just for you to get any extra materials or things that you want to collect, so you don't have to capture every outpost. Another thing is to always check for chests in every level. There are some chests that may be hidden or somewhere in the map that you may not think it is there, but they can give you some rare items or materials that you might need or want. So just be on the lookout and just scavenge what you can if you like to do that. Another super important tip is that if you want to get a closer view on the map and where you are, you can just press into the left controller stick and get a better and closer up view to see where you are if you kind of have trouble seeing. So that's just extra useful if you want to look closer in and see what the map is showing you. Now another important thing when you're in a battle is that there may be crates or boxes like these all around the map, and if you hit them there will be rubies or sometimes materials in there, most likely rubies, and this is an important source to get the rubies that you need to buy other things. So just be aware to always break crates and boxes all around so you can get more rubies to buy more things. Now a really super important tip while you're on the battlefield is that you can only gain hearts by eating apples that you have in your inventory, and you can collect them along the battlefield as you break open boxes, whether it's crates or if you just collect them along the way. And since these are the only source of health, what you can do to improve them is take fire damage, and then when you do take fire damage, you will basically cook your apples so they become baked, which will give you more hearts than regular apples. So this is something you really want to do. Even though you will take that half of heart or a full heart from the fire damage, you will gain more hearts because your apples will be cooked, which can give you a couple more hearts. A super really important tip that you guys should know because of doing a tutorial, but maybe if you guys don't know already, is that you can order when you have 2 or more characters, you can order people to any place you want. But you should also know that you can order people to go to where other characters are, such as if I choose Link to go to Impa, I can make him follow Impa so that there are 2 characters together So if you ever need to switch on, if someone's low, you can just switch to them and they'll be right next to you. So that is just something you guys should be aware of. Another tip that you guys should be aware of are Korok seeds and where to find the Korok people. So I talked about this in my Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. They're basically just little tricksters that are hiding around in the maps, and if you find them, they can give you a Korok seed. So in this game, the Korok seeds kind of appear the same. They can appear as yellow flowers, a pinwheel, maybe hidden under wooden crates, or behind rocks that you can break with your bomb rune. Now, as you can see here, this is kind of like a weird yellow flower, and this is a Korok seed. So you'll be able to find these all over the map in certain levels, and there are a certain number of Korok seeds you can get in that level. To exactly know how many Korok seeds are in each level, you'll have to reach chapter 4 and unlock a quest that will allow you to see the number of Korok seeds in each level. Seeing how many Korok seeds are in each level will be very helpful because you don't really know, and if you do have the amount of number and you already know, then you can just, if you already like have 8 and the amount of number, the max you can get is 8 Korok seeds, then you're done. The next tip that I want to give out to you guys is basically the elemental wands that you can collect. Now, there is a certain aspect to the elemental wands that you can use to your advantage, such as the terrain that you're putting the elemental wands on. So basically with fire, if you want a greater radius of the circle, you want to put fire where it's grass, because grass ignites when you have fire, and so you'll get a greater area. And when you do this with big enemies in that area, it'll automatically create a fragile weak point if you do it in the opposite. Such as, so when you do fire with grass, you can do ice with water because ice freezes water, and you can do lightning with metal, or you can do lightning with water also. So just be aware of that you can use those elemental wands to your advantage. Alright guys, when you're facing a big guardian like this, the really important tip I want to give to you that can take them out in a second is basically when they shoot their laser beam, you can parry their laser beam with your shield at the right time, and then you can get them out and take them out. As you can see there, I just knocked him out by parrying the shield, and now I'm able to take him out and use a 3-point smash. Alright guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope I gave you guys some super helpful tips so that you guys know more about this game, and maybe I helped you get interested in this game, because this game is super fun and I do really recommend playing it. You can spend countless of hours playing this game, practicing your skills, exploring, getting materials, completing side quests, and much more. So I really recommend that you do play this game. If you guys enjoyed today's video, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.